For years, she was the bright, funny, and lovable neighbor next door, the girl who could steal a scene with just a smirk. Penny, played by Kaley Cuoco, became one of television's most recognizable faces through her iconic role on The Big Bang Theory. Millions adored her charm, humor, and authenticity. But what few realize is that behind that smile, Kaley's journey after the show ended has been filled with heartbreak, loss, and painful transformation. What's happened to Penny since the show ended is a story far more emotional than fans ever expected. When The Big Bang Theory premiered in 2007, Kaley Cuoco was the breakout star. She wasn't a scientist like her co-stars, but she brought the warmth and heart that balanced the show's nerdy humor. As the years passed, the world watched her evolve. From a struggling waitress chasing acting dreams to a confident, successful woman who finally found love with Leonard. But off-screen, Kaley's life wasn't nearly as lighthearted. During the show's peak, Kaley dealt with intense pressure and public scrutiny. She dated her co-star Johnny Galecki in secret for 2 years, terrified of how it might affect their careers if it became public. When their relationship ended, she admitted it broke her heart. Yet she still had to show up on set every day and pretend they were in love. That kind of emotional strain would take its toll on anyone. Then came a series of personal challenges. Kaley's marriage to tennis player Ryan Sweeting in 2013 seemed like a fairy tale, but behind the smiles, things were falling apart. After less than 2 years, the marriage ended in a bitter divorce. Kaley later confessed that she lost herself during that time. She felt broken and unsure if she'd ever trust love again. Though she continued to make audiences laugh as Penny, inside, she was struggling to hold it all together. When The Big Bang Theory finally ended in 2019, after 12 unforgettable seasons, fans were devastated, but Kaley was too. For over a decade, the show had been her family, her stability, her safe place. Walking away from it felt like losing a part of herself. "It was like saying goodbye to my life," she once said tearfully in an interview. Suddenly, the fame, the laughter, and the routine that had defined her world were gone. Post-Big Bang Theory, Kaley poured herself into new projects like The Flight Attendant, earning critical acclaim and award nominations. But even with success, her life continued to be marked by heartbreak. She experienced another painful breakup in 2021 when she and her second husband, Carl Cook, announced their separation. She admitted publicly that she had lost all faith in love and vowed never to marry again. Fans were stunned. The once bubbly, optimistic actress seemed weary, guarded, and deeply hurt. Then came an emotional turning point. In 2022, Kaley opened up about her struggles with anxiety and depression, something she had hidden for years. The pressure of fame, failed relationships, and constant media attention had left deep emotional scars. "I wasn't okay," she confessed. "I cried every day." It was a rare moment of vulnerability from a woman who had spent her entire career making people smile. Though she has since found happiness again, becoming a mother and embracing a quieter life away from the spotlight, her story remains bittersweet. The girl next door that millions fell in love with has grown into a woman shaped by heartbreak, resilience, and lessons learned the hard way. So when fans see Kaley Cuoco today, older, wiser, and a little more fragile, it's both inspiring and heartbreaking. She's no longer the carefree Penny we once knew. She's a survivor who's faced the darkness behind Hollywood's bright lights and come out the other side. The tragedy of Kaley Cuoco isn't in failure. It's in the painful realization that fame doesn't protect you from heartbreak. Behind every laugh track and camera flash was a woman searching for peace. And now, years after The Big Bang Theory ended, that search continues. Because sometimes, even the brightest stars carry the heaviest pain, and that's what makes her story so human and so heartbreakingly real.